Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be talking about how buying things works differently for the government and businesses. Let's break down the similarities and differences between public and private sector procurement practices. Similarities. Most people who know a lot about buying things agree that there are some things both the government and businesses have in common. They both have to make sure they're responsible for the stuff they buy and the contracts they make. But there are some differences in who's watching over their shoulders. For the government, they're accountable to taxpayers, auditors, and other important people who have a stake in how they spend money. On the other hand, businesses have to keep their board members, shareholders, and other stakeholders happy with their choices. Both groups want to make sure they're getting good value for the money they spend. Think about it like this: if you're buying a bunch of stuff, you'd want to get the best deal, right? Well, both the government and businesses want that too. They might team up with other groups to buy things in bulk, so they can save money. Also, they follow their own rules for buying things and handling money, which helps them stay organized. And they also have to follow the law and look at past cases to make sure they're doing things right. Differences. The biggest difference between the government and businesses is what drives their choices when they buy stuff. For businesses, it's all about making money. So, when they decide what to buy and who to work with, they look at their profits. That's like the money left over after they've paid for everything. On the other hand, the government's main job is to give people the services they need. So, when they buy things, they're thinking about what the public needs, not just making money. This means they might do things that wouldn't make sense for a business, like getting services that people really need even if it's not super profitable. There's another big difference. Because the government uses money from taxpayers, they have to be super careful with how they spend it. That means there's a lot more checking and reporting on their buying choices. While businesses might also have their own ways of checking, it's not often that their buying blunders become big news. But for the government, mistakes can be a really big deal because they need to keep people's trust. Conclusion. So the government buying is all about meeting public needs, while businesses focus on making money. And the government has to be extra careful because they're spending taxpayers' money. Thanks for tuning in.